Hi, I'm Antonio Capulera. There comes a moment in life, quiet, almost hidden, when the heart realizes it was never meant to live guarded. It was meant to burn, to give, to open, even when it trembles. This is where the Sacred Heart and Blossom was born for me, not from an idea, not as a concept, but as a necessity, a reaching, a return. The Sacred Heart is often seen through a religious lens, but at its core, it speaks of a language far older and far wider than doctrine. It is the language of devotion, of love that chooses to remain open, even when wounded, of passion that does not retreat into cynicism, but instead transforms pain into something radiant. And when the heart blossoms, when it flowers, it becomes something universal, something anyone from any walk of life can recognize within themselves. In creating this series, I found myself drawn into the kind of emotional poetry, something reminiscent of Romeo and Juliet. Not merely the tragedy, but the purity of their devotion, the idea that love, in its truest form, is fearless. That it does not calculate outcomes or protect itself from heartbreak. It simply is. It leaps, it burns, it gives everything. That spirit lives in the Sacred Heart. Because what is more romantic than a heart that refuses to close? What is more powerful than a love that remains steadfast in a world that constantly tells us to harden, to withdraw, and to protect? The Sacred Heart does the opposite. It says, feel more. It says, love deeper. It says, even in suffering, remain open. And when you pair that with blossoms, flowers in their most delicate and vibrant form, you get something extraordinary. You get the visual language of renewal, of hope, of beauty emerging not despite vulnerability, but because of it. This is not a religious symbol, it is also a human one. It is the heart of a lover waiting beneath a balcony. It is the quiet prayer of someone who still believes in goodness. It is the courage to love again after loss. It is the softness that survives in a hardened world. And I painted these pieces. I wasn't just painting devotion to someone divine or something divine. It was painting devotion to life itself.